Hello, 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 gorgeous. Welcome back to my channel. Hacks/tips on how to prevent acne. Super easy, under 10-minute look. I'm pregnant. We got a house. How to apply foundation for beginners. I would like to introduce you to Miss McKinley. Hi guys, welcome back to my Amazon page here on Amazon Live, and I'm doing my first ever
makeup tutorial. Oh, yeah. Mic muted. Makeup tutorial.
No, live makeup tutorial. I've done a lot of makeup in my life.
Well, that's true.
A lot, not just on myself. I used to freelance. I used to do makeup for brides and bridesmaids and for photo shoots and all of the things, and that really kind of segued me into creating my YouTube channel. Little history. So today we're actually going to do a live makeup tutorial, which is very different because I'm used to, like, hey, if I make a mistake and like hit mascara right there, we could just cut it, edit that out. You never see it. We don't have that luxury today. So it is very real. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Angela Lanter. I am the blogger behind Hello Gorgeous, and then I also have a YouTube channel, like I mentioned. And with me is my co-pilot.
YouTube channel banner up there.
Oh yeah, and with me is my co-host, co-pilot, co-everything, my husband, Matt Lanter.
Yeah.
Yay!
Oh, thank you. One round of applause.
Are you gonna come do my makeup, or we should do that? Do a live. Husband does my makeup in the future.
Not today, sister. I'm gonna sit back here on the controls and figure tech things out.
If you guys are new here, my husband's an actor, so he actually is very used to getting his makeup done. So
that's a true story.
Yeah, yeah.
But probably I'm going to assume it's gonna be nothing like the makeup that you're gonna be doing today.
Yeah, no, yours is very basic.
It's foundation.
Barely. I mean, it's barely there. Men don't need a whole lot to be on camera.
Well, you gotta get the oil off so you're not shiny on camera.
Yeah.
Kind of all that mess.
I would like to point out that we cleaned up the background behind that.
I mean, it still looks pretty messy.
Does it?
You guys, we're in the same room. She's literally 3 feet from me, but we've got her here.
Oh, you're angled that way. I cleaned up directly behind you because I was thinking the camera went directly behind you.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean?
I do.
I put a pretty mirror. I put a plant and everything. And
Watch this. I'll give you a. I'm gonna give them on this camera a different angle. Wait. Oh, there she is.
See, I made it cute back there for you guys to make it more visually appealing, and then he angles it right in my trash heap.
She's back there, even though it looks like we're in a totally separate room. She is.
I'm here.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let me move this back now.
Okay. So today we are going to talk about spring everyday makeup. This is going to be very attainable. I'm throwing in some of my skincare faves. I'm doing, like, I am set up here. I'm very proud of myself. I wish you guys could see the table. Actually, Lanter, you could even show your camera. But my table is set up as the way I used to set up when I was doing other people's makeup when I was freelancing. I needed to have a lot of organized chaos.
Is this going to be like a throwback for you?
It feels a little bit like it.
You're gonna get all the feels.
Yeah, because like when I'm doing a YouTube tutorial, I just run over and get what I want, use it, put it back. I can't do that today, so it's all right here.
And so wait, so you used to do what, like weddings and photo shoots? What all did you do here as a makeup
artist?
artist?
Of dances, like a lot of teenagers for prom, homecoming, all that stuff. I did hair too. Hair was my first love.
This is before I met you.
Yeah. I remember giving my very first haircut to a girlfriend when I was probably 14.
Wait. I'm sorry. You gave haircuts?
Yeah.
I didn't know you cut hair.
Mm-hmm. I used to cut hair. I used to color hair.
Okay.
I'm really, like, my bread and butter, like, what I really feel like I am good at is hairstyling. Like, really cool, like, braids. And you know that, though. I mean, I have a ton of videos that you've filmed.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, and then I segued into makeup because my first job ever was working for Glamour Shots.
Hey, this is a Glamour Shots. This is funny. Corinne Atkins from England said hi from England, and I said across the pond. And it says, your message was not sent. Message must follow community guidelines. As if I, if I said something mean. Across the pond? That's literally what I said. I don't know. Anyway, hi, Corinne. Hi, Brittany. Hi, M. Hi, Alyssa. Laura. Hi, everyone. New follow. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? If you didn't see in the chat room, head over to this chat room. Chat with us. I'm going to be manning the chat. Angela can see it also where she's at. If you want to ask any questions, and we can have Angela, answer them on camera, or I can type back to you. So welcome, everybody. Oh, hey, by the way, real quick, if you are new here, all these products that Angela's going to use, maybe you should be saying this. I don't know.
Yeah, they're all linked below. And I'm going to highlight them as we go. I tried my best to keep them in perfect order, but I did notice I got one way at the end. And there's a lot of items linked in today's post. You don't need all of this to do your makeup every single day. I wanted to highlight various things that I use and I love. Well, here's the thing. You don't need any one of these things, but they help make the process easier. So there's a lot of high-end products, and then there's a lot of drugstore products. I've got highs and lows all across the board.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about all kinds of things.
And I was going to tell them if they want to go up there in your left-hand corner, or their left-hand corner, I should say, on your screen, I've got it highlighted where it says click, go over there, click the follow button. That way, when Angela does these Amazon Lives, you will get notified right away. It doesn't mean anything more than that. You're not subscribing to some spam list or anything.
You don't get spammed at all. Like, I don't have any access to your information. It just lets you know when we're live.
Right. And
period.
And also, any like products that she's using today that you might want to grab, go and click those links below. Everything's going to be highlighted because Angela and I can control what product is highlighted that you're seeing at the moment. So go over there and feel free to click the link and buy it if you want to buy it. So that's how this whole thing works, and then we're just going to hang out and have fun. By the way, first day of spring.
Which is why it's the perfect day for a spring makeup tutorial.
It's beautiful outside.
Perfect day. Perfect.
Who wants to be indoors?
I'm going to hop in because we have a lot of stuff to cover here.
Okay. Basically, you're telling me to shut up. See you later.
I'm just trying. I want to keep it moving because if we don't, it's going to take way too long.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I'm going to start with skincare. I already have my skincare on, but I'm going to quickly go through the items that I use on a daily basis for skincare in case you are interested. Okay. So first off is toner. Obviously, start with clean skin. This is the Pixie by Petra glycolic toner. It is called the Glow Tonic. It's only 5% glycolic acid. So even if you have the most sensitive skin, this is probably going to be just fine for you. Matt can use it. He's got incredibly sensitive skin, and it really does add this beautiful, juicy glow to your skin. I love it. I use it every single morning, and this originated at Target. You could originally buy this at Target. I checked the price. It is the exact same price on Amazon as it is on Target. But here's the thing. You don't have to hit a minimum in your cart with Amazon if you're already Prime. Target, you do. So I would highly suggest buying this from Amazon as opposed to Target for that reason. This is just something that I feel like I have been using every day for years now. Like I started using this before I was even pregnant. I just feel like it makes your skin. I mean, you guys can see my skin right now. Like, Matt was like, I think your skin looks oily. And I'm like, no, it's not oil. That is glow. That is a fresh glow. And it looks really, really just dewy and nice and not oily at all. So highly recommend this. You can buy it in various sizes. I linked the 8 ounce, which is $29. And this right here is the 17 ounce. So you can see, so it'd be about almost a little less than half of this, and it lasts forever because really I just do like 2 pumps on my cotton round, and I do my swipe over my whole face and my neck. I use this mornings because I use a specific acne pad at night because I do have cystic acne. When I don't have acne, I use it both morning and night. Speaking of cotton rounds, I wanted to also talk about ordering cotton rounds. I made the switch probably a couple of years ago to organic cotton rounds. I've been trying my best to make that switch to buying things organic whenever possible, and this was one of the things that there's not really a significant price difference in doing so, and I just feel better about knowing exactly what's in the cotton pads that I'm swiping all over my face. I'm getting close to my eyes. I mean, you're touching your skin, and your skin is your biggest organ of your body. So like, I want to just be cognizant of what I'm using on my skin on an everyday basis. So quick spiel there. Next, I want to talk about eye pads, eye gels. Okay, I just bought these, and they're a little bit pricier than what your typical under eye gel is. And if you want to see what these look like on, I actually wore them on my Instagram stories today. So when we're done, go hop over to my Instagram stories. They're actually really, really cool. They're like gold, and they just are pretty is the only thing I know to say. But I like them for several reasons. First reason is that I wore them for a very long time. I tend to put my under eye gels on and then just kind of forget about them and go about my business, like doing things around the house. Unless I'm in a hurry to put my makeup on, then that's a different story. I left them on for probably about an hour because I just kind of forgot I was wearing them. They never budged on my face even once. There's nothing more aggravating when it comes to eye gels or sheet masks when you wear them and they just start to drop down your face and you're constantly having to move them and put them where you want. It's just irritating. So that was big. Second, they were super duper hydrating. I really felt like my under eyes were way more hydrated after using them than before, and I felt that my under eyes looked brighter, which is very important because the whole purpose for me using these is for brightness because I have very dark circles naturally. I don't get puffiness, so I don't ever use these for puffiness, so I can't attest to what they would do for that. But for under eye hydration, which is going to help plump fine lines, wrinkles, and help to really just hydrate that area, because the more hydrated your skin is, the more youthful it's going to look and the more fresh-faced you're going to look. When your skin is dry, it's going to get that crepey appearance, and your makeup's going to like seep into those crepey lines, and then your face is going to look like cracky, and that's going to age you. So keeping something like that on hand to hydrate that area is essential, because I feel like the two places that you show your age first are around your eyes and on your neck. So you want to just really take good care of these two areas. It's just super important. While I'm at it, I'm going to zoom ahead to another product at the very end of the list, and it's because I got it mixed up here. And this is what I was talking about. I got it out of order, just this one item. Okay, so these pads that I just highlighted are collagen under eye pads, and I am obsessed with these. I don't have them on hand because I used my last ones, but I just ordered 2 new sets today. $3.94, and you get 30 sets. That is, how much does that break down to? 7 cents a wear, is that right? And then if you buy 2 of them, you get 5% off. These collagen under eye gels are unreal. So in my opinion, the gold ones, save those for the days that you know that you need to look good. Like if you are gonna do photos, or you're just looking really tired and you just wanna look fresh faced, save that for that. But I like to wear under eye gels every single day. I like it because I feel like my under eyes just need the added oomph, zhuzh, just to add that. And these collagen eye masks are so good for the price. I mean, $4 and you get 30, and you get a month of them, a month. And
which one's highlighted right now? I don't know which one you're doing.
It's at the bottom. Do you see it?
No, I don't.
I'm highlighted. It says Deluxe Collagen Eye Mask. If you want to switch to my screen real quick.
Okay.
Okay, so here they are.
Hit that green button up in your left-hand corner. Make it larger for everyone. There you go. Wow, a little bit.
I tried to do the thing before and it didn't work. Okay, so anyways, you get 2 packs for, wait a minute. Did I read that wrong? So 2 packs, does each pack have 30 sheets and then so you're getting 60 sets then? Is that right? Read that, babe. 2 pack of 30 sheets. I think so. So I think you get 60 sets of under eye gels for $4. That is nuts. That's such a good deal. Anyways, I just wanted to show this to you guys, but look at the ratings. 5,600 rating. It's the Amazon choice for eye masks by Pure Derm, whatever that means. But I have bought them multiple times, and then I just ordered, you can see at the top, I ordered it again this morning. You can go ahead and take the screen off. I buy these as gifts. My mom loves them. I love them. $4. It's just a no-brainer. So if you haven't tried them, please try them because they are so good. I'm going to go now.
Oh, this is the second to last product that's in your
Yeah, I said this is the one that was out of...
That's weird. Okay, gotcha.
It got out of order.
All right.
Now I'm back to the beginning.
Okay, she's back. Hey, does it make a difference to use if you put makeup on every day? Natasha's asking that.
Not at all. It's a skincare situation. It's not for makeup. It's just for skincare. They just are so hydrating. So if you just want to have that youthful appearance of like hydrated skin around your eyes, they're just the best. They're the best. And I like them because they stay put too. They don't slide around. They have more of a sticker consistency as opposed to the gel. You know, some of them have that jelly like you can see through and you put them on and they just like, bleh. These are more of a sticker. Like they're more fuzzy on the side that's not on your skin and they're more of a adhesive on the skin.
Catherine's saying she bought some a few weeks ago after you were talking about them on your stories. She said they work great.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And she couldn't believe how cheap they were.
I mean, they're so cheap. I mean, you cannot get this price for eye pads or eye gels or whatever, eye gel pads, whatever you want to call them, eye masks. At any, you could go to Walmart, Target, wherever, and if you got something that is competitive with the collagen, it's going to be like 4 times the price. This is just such a good price.
Bonnie's asking, and I think that even I want to know this, do they help for puffy eyes?
So it claims that it does. I never get puffy eyes, so I don't ever.
Oh, I never get puffy eyes.
Yeah, but you don't get dark circles, and I do. So I get the dark circles, and you get. Ow!
I do get puffy eyes. Funny bone. I do get puffy eyes. Bonnie, maybe I should test them. Maybe I should use them.
Yeah, you should. You've worn them before. You just don't even remember. Ow, that really hurt. I got my elbow good. Does it matter at what point in your skincare routine you wear these? So for me. No, it doesn't. I mean, you can wear it whenever you want. You could do it morning, night, whatever. I mean, that's totally up to you. For me, I like it in the morning on clean skin after I tone before I put anything else on my face. I just let them sit there. Sometimes I even put them right on my eyes before I even wash my face. So it really doesn't matter. It's whatever works for you. I mean, it's just hydration. That's really what it is. It's hydration. You know, collagen is plumping, so it's going to really help to plump that area. I moved on to another product. Okay, this product is expensive. It's $300. I know. I bought this at my esthetician's office, and it has made such a dramatic difference in my skin that I was like, I gotta at least talk about it. I did not want to buy it because of the price, and y'all, I'm telling you, it is changing my skin. Like, I get cystic acne really bad through here, and I have a couple of spots right here. I had some really bad dark spots of, you know, just lingering acne, and so I applied just a small pump. So this bottle is going to last me a long time. So just a tiny pump. I apply it to my whole face morning and night, and I am telling you, it has given me back my glow. It has given me back the skin evening, helping to get rid of the darkness. Like these couple of spots that I still have, honestly, this is going to take it away. I have noticed that my fine lines are really looking a lot less noticeable. It's Skin Medica, and honestly, my two favorite, like favorite skincare brands are Skin Medica and SkinCeuticals for high end. They're bougie prices, I know, but they're also medical grade. That's why you have to buy them typically at your dermatologist's office or your esthetician's office. So the fact that I was actually surprised that Amazon even sells these, because locally you have to go into a medical office to buy them. But I feel like I can't say enough good stuff about this. I just feel like it is changing my skin, and it is just, it's amazing. It's amazing. So there, I'm not gonna talk too much about it because I understand it's expensive.
Yeah, somebody's saying that's a month's groceries. So
I know it's really expensive.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess if you are using money to invest in your skin, and if it's really worked for you,
that's
go
the
over
thing.
to go to it on Amazon on the page so I can show that.
So that's the thing, though, about skincare that I like to just point out to everybody is that I did not take good care of my skin in my teens and my early 20s. I lived in a tanning bed, which is so stupid. Like, in hindsight, like, what was I doing? And my mom and my grandma, my mama, would always say to me, you only have one chance to take good care of your skin, and then it's over. Then it's like like, it's done. The skin damage is done. And so I kind of just woke up one day in my mid-20s and was like, whoa, I cannot do the sun anymore. Like, I'm getting sunspots and all of this stuff. And so I personally would rather invest in my skin early on than later on be absolutely miserable with the way that my skin looks because I didn't take care of it. So that's just how I feel. But this is it right here. I've got it up on the screen if you want to show it.
Okay, I'll go over there. We're like 20 minutes in. We got to get going on your makeup.
I told you.
All right. So there you go. There's
Yep.
the page on Amazon.
It's expensive. I'm not gonna lie, but man, it has made a difference in my skin. And I don't know if you guys have been around with me for any length of time. You know, I will not talk about something unless I truly love it and I truly believe in it. In fact, like, if you're new here, when it comes to, like, when I work with a brand, I always make a brand send me their products first to test to make sure I like it. And if I don't like it, I will not take the job. I don't care how much the money is. Like, it's just, I'm just not going to do it because I feel very strongly about being ethical and having integrity. So
Laura Curley on here is saying she feels like with skin, sometimes you have to invest. It's important. So my question to you, Angela, is do you think in general with like skincare and makeup that like the old phrase, like you get what you pay for applies or not really? Like, do you have to spend more for better product in general? It
depends. For instance, like the under eye gels, like I feel like the
they work and they're
cheaper ones work just as good as my super expensive. Right. I'm going to talk about Bio Beauty next. I love Bio Beauty eye cream, but they make the under eye gels, and honestly, the $4 ones from Amazon work just as well, and these are really expensive. So it's kind of trial and error and finding what works for you. Plus, everybody's skin is different. What works for me is not going to necessarily work for you, babe. What works for you is not going to necessarily work for me. So it's like, but there are very many cases where you get what you pay for, but then there's other cases where there's just great dupes out there. So anyways, I'm going to talk about an eye cream really quick. I'm very skeptical of eye creams. I just am. I think that they promise you the world and they never deliver. And that's probably one of my most asked questions is, what eye cream do you recommend? And I'm always super careful about recommending anything because I just feel like they just don't do anything. So I've been using this one. It's called the Quench Eye, and it's by Beauty Bio, and I just apply it. Actually, I don't have any on, so I'm gonna apply it just a little bit right here. And all I do is I just take a tiny bit and I apply right there, and then I just tap it into my skin. And this is a little bit of a pricier eye cream, and this is the one thing that I feel like you do need to invest in when it comes to skincare is your eye creams, because every inexpensive eye cream I've tried has just been total garbage. This one I feel like is super hydrated. I don't know, I pick up the glow there? I feel like it immediately gave me a really nice glow, which means I'm super hydrated there, and that's just really important for me because if I am not hydrated around my eyes, I get really creepy right here with makeup product. And that's
creepy? You get creepy or crepey? Because I think you are creepy.
Well, thanks a lot there, Lanter.
You're welcome.
I get crepey, like crepe paper.
Christine Rizzo, thanks for the follow.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to makeup. Let's get in. Okay.
Let's do it.
e.l.f. e.l.f. is a product that I feel like our brand that everybody knows because it's cheap. It's very cheap. You can get most of their products for about $1. This primer, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, it's as good as any primer out there. Like, truly, it's so cheap. And a little bit goes a long way. I have been using this for a year, and look how much I still have left. I think it's is it $8? Yeah, $8. Such an amazing product. So I just apply a little bit like that, and then I take my hands. Sometimes I only prime the areas that I have acne or need extra coverage. And always be super gentle around your eyes, guys. But this primer is so, so good. Okay, done. I'm going to use a new foundation to me. I just used it for the first time yesterday, and I really like it. This is the Kevyn Aquan. This is the foundation balm. So it has a finish that feels a lot like the It Cosmetics CC. You guys know I love that so much, but I'm really digging this because I feel like it goes on so nice. It comes with a brush, which is really nice, and it's like a kabuki style, but it does a really good job. So I'm just gonna buff this into my skin really quick.
I saw that little fuzz too. On my close-up cam.
Did you?
I did.
I didn't pluck my eyebrows before today, and I just realized that, and I'm like, oh man, I wonder if you guys are seeing all my rogue hairs.
Well, we probably wouldn't have noticed unless you just said it to us.
Well, I did just say it, so, you know.
Okay.
Okay,
How often should you replace the brush, Bonnie wants to know?
Well, you should be washing it weekly.
What do you wash it with? Soap and water? Or
yeah,
like
I have a video
solution?
on my YouTube channel. Honestly, don't fall for all the stuff that you guys need special soap to wash your brushes. I use a Dove bar, and it works just fine.
Cool.
Soap is soap, but I don't like liquid soap for brushes because I feel like it doesn't do a good job. Anyways, look at how even that coverage is on my chin. I'm the shade medium FB06, which surprisingly is a little bit darker in the thing than it is on me, but it actually looks really good on me. I'm going to blend it down into my neck just a tiny bit. I probably should be a shade lighter, but we're almost into summer here before we know it, which is just crazy. Okay, so I've got it on. And then what I'm gonna do next is take my handy dandy sponge. I have a coupon code for you guys.
Beaky.
I hope it showed up. Did it show up? Do you know, babe?
So I think in the chat room, if you go over, right, and you, on my telephone, what is this, 1956? On my telephone, on my cell, if you're in the chat room, you go over to the right, it says promo codes, right? Can you see that? See how it says promo codes at the top there? And then you can click there, and it looks, you can click over to the save 20% on eligible items in this live stream. So there's a promo code.
Okay, so you get 5 of these for $8.99 regular price, but then I have an extra 20% off coupon. And guys, these are every bit as good as a beauty blender. You pay $20 a piece for a beauty blender. These are a fraction of the cost. I cannot recommend these enough. They do an amazing job. So I just took a damp, it's not even damp, it's just dry. And I'm just pressing my foundation balm back into my skin a little bit and picking up any excess. I'm very, very big right now. My current beauty trend is about letting your skin shine through and not like caking your face, because I am just so tired of seeing caked faces, which is just, it's in, and I wish it wasn't in, but it is, especially if you're on TikTok. Okay.
Cakey faces are in?
Just like the heavy makeup. Like there's a big trend on...
Well, who doesn't love cake? You know what I mean?
On TikTok, there's a big trend right now where they're literally taking so much foundation and rubbing it everywhere, and then they're taking a liquid foundation and dropping it on top of the foundation. So they're wearing 2 layers of foundation. The skin looks incredible, don't get me wrong.
Because it makes them look like a painting.
Yes, it does. It makes them look like a painting, and I just feel like that's unrealistic, and
sure.
I don't know. So anyways, I'm taking a little bit of concealer, and I'm popping it right here, and I'm gonna put my face down, and do you see where my dark circles are? Right there on camera. Can you zoom in?
Let me go a little closer here on this other shot.
This one? Do I need to look down? Okay. When I look down here, do you guys see where my dark circles are? I just learned this trick this week from Kevyn Aquan's makeup artist. So I'm going to take my concealer and put it right where the dark circles are. Because that is going to only cover the dark areas, which is what I want. Smart, huh? Instead of doing the whole triangle and wasting all that product that you don't need to waste. And then I'm just going to take a little brush here and tap it into my skin. And then whatever's left over, I like to take and use it on my eyelid. Okay, a lot of bloggers suggest eyeshadow primer. I'm not going to be one of those people. I feel like it's a product that like you really don't need. There's a lot of bad makeup advice out there, guys. A lot of it. Concealer does the same thing. Okay, so I just added it right there, and then I'm going to take I'm switching over now to my Maybelline. This is a staple, honestly. Like, you can get it at any drugstore. It's a really great price on Amazon here. There's a bug floating around my face. I'm gonna just pop it right there again, because I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a highlight. And then I'm gonna go right here on the outside corner of my eye for highlight. And I'm gonna take that beauty sponge again and just tap that in. Okay. Do you see how much brighter I look now? I wanted to use my color corrector, my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector, but it wasn't available in peach here on Amazon, so I didn't want to use it, and because it's really aggravating to use a product that you guys can't buy. So I didn't link it. Okay.
I think we're getting some can't see the promo codes.
So it's Angela 20 go, G-O, all one word. Angela 20 go.
And that, now just for clarification, you just go to this Beaky.
Mm-hmm.
Go to
do you want me to do it on the screen real quick?
Yeah, do it on the screen so we can show them, because we've got a few people now asking about the coupon code, and it seems to be not.
So right here it is.
Right, so if you go over to, or you could here, I'm gonna highlight the product again, Beaky, underneath the chat, so you can see that highlighted product. The
so we're gonna
sponges.
do add to cart. Proceed to checkout. Don't do any of those other brands, by the way, guys. I have tried them all, and I do not like any of them. None. Okay, so right here it says enter code. Do you guys see that right there?
Oh, yeah, that doesn't have like our credit card, does it?
No, it does not. Okay, so Angela 20 go. Apply.
Angela 20 go.
So it took off when you go over here $1.80. Do you see it?
Cool.
And then that's all you got to do.
Nice. By the way, these are not, both of those addresses you see are not our home addresses, so don't go there because we won't be there.
Well, the one is my PR address, which is where my followers send me stuff, which is really nice of them. Okay, I want to talk about brushes really quick. I am very opinionated about makeup brushes because I feel like a lot of your makeup application depends on the tools that you use for application. So Real Techniques is a drugstore brand, and honestly, they are bomb. For the price, you cannot beat them. I feel like every brush of theirs I've used, I loved, with the exception of their sponges. I do not like their beauty sponges. I've had a lot of people tell me that they like them. I don't like them. It's just personal preference. I don't. But this set right here is, I have it highlighted right now. It's $17, and it does come with the sponge, but you know, it is what it is because you can't buy it without it. This blush brush I have from them, I have had for no less than 5 years, and it is hands down my favorite blush brush. And then this little powder brush, which is this guy right here, the little pink one, is my favorite for applying powder around your eyes, whether it's loose or pressed, because I feel like it just does such a good job of being precise. Because, you know, most powder brushes are those big brushes and they just get it everywhere. This is super precise. So I highly recommend this. And so you get 5 products there for $18, which is a really good price. I'm going to go ahead and use my translucent powder, which is from IT Cosmetics. I am a massive IT Cosmetics fan. It comes with a little sponge in the back, but I don't like using sponges for powder. I feel like it really, it applies too much. It makes your face look cakey, and I feel like there's no way to blend it out when you apply with a sponge. So that's why I always go with the brush. So what I'm gonna do is just take my brush Just swirl it around. I'm taking the bottom, tapping it down so my product falls in there. Again, a new thing I just learned this week. And I'm going to just apply it right here to my under eyes. I'm going to lightly apply it to my eyelid. So I'm going to set the stuff that I did around my eyes. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do right there around my eyes. If we want to get brighter later, we can. Then I'm going to switch to my It Cosmetics CC powder. This powder is beautiful, guys, beautiful. So I am in the shade light currently because it's spring. In summer, I will go to medium tan. I'm just going to swirl it around. I'm just going to use the same brush, tap it down. And I'm only going to apply this where I would get oily throughout the day. Don't apply powder to your whole face because that's when you get that cakey look and it's just not a good look. So just apply it to where you get oily. So for me, I get oily on my forehead, on my nose, especially in that corner, and then around my chin. That's it. That is the extent of powder that we're gonna do. Super simple, but y'all, that's all you need. You do not need more powder than that. I am telling you, I am promising you. Okay. Another new product to me is this Kevyn Aquan contour kit, and this is probably my new favorite because look, you've got everything you need to do your face. You've got 3 shades of bronzer, but this is contour powder, so there is no shimmer in it. The thing that I feel like a lot of people get confused is that they want to contour their face, but they use a bronzer that has shimmer, and that does not look realistic, and it's just not a good look. You want to make sure you're always using a matte bronzer. This gradient right here is the blush, and it's really a beautiful shade. And then there's 2 highlights here. I'm going to show you, I use both of them for 2 different things. So all I'm going to do is take my brush. I'm going to take the darkest color, and I'm going to add a little highlight under my bottom lip right here. Okay, so yeah, it looks super dark, so I'm just going to blend it out. And what that does is I'm creating a shadow under my lip. It looks a little crazy right now, but it'll look better after I do my makeup. So for contouring, it's adding shadows to your face. So if you want something to appear thinner, contour. If you want to bring exaggeration, like to my bottom lip, I want it to look bigger. Adding that under there automatically makes your lip look larger. So I'm going to take my brush now, and I'm going to go into that Sculpting Medium shade. And I'm going to go right down. Which camera are we on, babe? This one, okay. I'm gonna go down the bridge of my, not the bridge of my nose, the sides of my nose, like this. And I'm going to take it even down to the end of my nose, and then I'm gonna connect it right here. And then I'm gonna pick up a little bit of the lighter shade, and I'm just going to lightly fade it down. So what I'm doing is I'm actually creating the illusion of a slimmer nose. So if you want your nose to look slimmer, this is how you do it. If you want your nose to look larger in areas, then you want to highlight those areas. So I'm going to leave that for a second, and we're going to pick up a bronzer brush. This is my favorite bronzer brush. It's not on Amazon, which I'm sorry about because I really love it. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the bronzer right now, the contour powders in the medium and the light, and I'm going to contour my cheeks. So I have high cheekbones as it is, so I'm going to really exaggerate those and make my face look like it's lifted. So I'm going to put this right here, right underneath my cheekbone, like that. And you always want to contour in an upward motion. I just got a little bit of...
By the way, shout out to Wisconsin, Jordan, all the way across the world. Natasha Bivens is asking, what's good for face cream for wrinkles? Are you going to get to that or no? Or is that
I didn't bring any moisturizer. You know what? We could do a skincare one.
Yeah.
Live.
All right. So we'll talk about that maybe the next time.
So then I'm going to go right into my hairline. So when you're applying bronzer, you want to apply it wherever the sun would naturally hit you so that you look like you've got a tan in those areas. And then I take my sponge and just any area that I feel like just needs looks a little harsh, I just take my sponge and work it into my skin. And then I'm going to take my brush here and pick up a little bit of the darker shade. And I'm going to go right along my jawline. And what that's going to do is help to decrease the appearance of a double chin. And then whatever's left over, I'm going to work down into my neck.
By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we've got some construction going on outside of our house. So there's like radio and Rihanna blaring and mariachi music blaring. I mean, I don't know if you guys can hear it in here or not, but
man, I can hear it.
I will say, I don't know if they can hear.
Let me know that they're doing this on a Saturday.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys can hear that background music. It's very peaceful in my ear. So watching Angela artistically do the makeup and listening to this peaceful music is like making me tired. So what do you think? Can you hear it? Yeah, let me know. Actually, let me know in the chat if you can hear that background or if you can't. You know, I always want y'all's feedback on how things are sounding.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use highlighter now. So you want to highlight anything you want to bring attention to. I've seen so many people talk about putting highlighter on the tip of your nose. That is the worst advice, y'all, unless you want the tip of your nose to be highlighted, unless you want people to look at the tip of your nose. So I hate that advice when people start saying that, like on Instagram stories and stuff. I run for the hills. I'm like, they do not know what they're talking about. Anyways, I could go on and on about that. I'm going to go with the beam color, which is this one right here, the lighter. I'm going to take it right here on my finger, and I'm going to go right down the bridge of my nose right here. Because what that's going to do is, with the contour on the sides and then this right here, it's going to really help minimize the shape of my nose and make it look longer and more narrow. It draws the eye down. So then I'm going to take a highlighter, and I'm going to go with the fresh color, which is kind of the peach, which is so pretty. And I'm going to put it right here on my cheekbone. I'm going to go very natural with this highlight because it's a daytime look. If it's nighttime, I would go like crazy with it because that's what I like to do. And then I'm going to take a little tiny bit of the fresh shade on my pinky and just dab it right here on the inside corner of my eye. Then a little bit right here. So a couple of things that you can do if you'd like. You can always add a little bit of highlight right here to the edge of your chin if you want your chin to look a little bit more pointed and bring a little attention to it. Same thing with your forehead. If you want some added highlight right there, you can go right there on your forehead.
My bad, guys. I bumped the camera.
And it will just really see how the light catches it. So that's the whole purpose of highlighter, is that it's going to catch the light and draw your eye to it. So do you see what I'm talking about, putting it on the tip of your nose? Unless you want people to constantly be drawn to the tip of your nose and like it to look bigger, don't do that. Which there are some nose shapes that do want that, and that's fine. But otherwise, don't do it. Okay, we're gonna go into blush. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this Kevyn Aquan blush with my Real Techniques, and I'm going to apply it right here up into my hairline. So by applying it further back on your face like this, what that's doing is actually making your face appear more lifted. And I'm gonna actually run over to my NARS palette because although this is really pretty, I feel like I just need a little bit more of a pop of color. And so I'm gonna use, I love this palette so much. It's so pretty. The Orgasm color, which is a cult classic. Everybody knows it. And I'm going to just apply it right there. So I like to go a little heavier on my blush, and here's why. Because the first thing that wears off throughout the day with your makeup, for whatever reason, is always your blush. Like, you apply it, you walk out the door, you feel like it looks good, and you look in the mirror 20 minutes later, and it's like, did I even put blush on? Like, it just doesn't stick with you for some reason. Okay.
Hey, here's an interesting question from Christine. She's actually asking, is it safe to purchase these products on Amazon?
So the majority of them, as I was linking them, they're sold by their stores. So for instance, I just went to my Laura Mercier powder. So if the Kevyn Aquan is intimidating to you and you don't want all of the stuff, this is one of my other favorite bronzers. It's matte. So for instance, when you go click on this and you go to the Laura Mercier store, here, I'll do that really quick. This is the baked foundation, or I'm sorry, bronzer.
So if it's the makeups own store, obviously it's official, guys. I mean, it's going to come from that manufacturer. You have nothing to worry about. Typically, like, just a general rule when I'm on Amazon, if things are way cheaper than legit websites such as, like, I don't know, like Target and Best Buy and then something's like half as much, it's probably not a good idea. But I feel like Amazon does a really good job of
They do a great
not
job of
putting
verifying.
those things on. Yeah.
Of just verifying, yeah.
Look at everything on Amazon is for the most part pretty safe. So, yeah. And by the way, these links that Angela you've created and used, these are all legit. So you can.
I went through all of them. I hand selected each one.
So you guys, you can just.
There
go
were a
click
couple of products that I wanted to use that I couldn't find on Amazon, or I didn't feel good about linking them, so I didn't add them. Just so that you guys know, I personally went through and selected each one. But again, if you guys are looking for a matte bronzer that for summertime, I love Laura Mercier. This is the Soleil one. It's a really great, it's really light. It's so good for contouring, especially if you just want to contour lightly and not have a heavy bronze. Such a good product. I have to tell you guys about my very favorite eyeshadow palette next. This is, I already switched it over, right? Yeah. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette. It is, okay. I linked the wrong one. I linked the Pillow Talk, but honestly, I use this one too, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to use all the same colors. It is my favorite. I love her eyeshadow palettes. Nobody does eyeshadow palettes like Charlotte Tilbury for me because of the fact that she puts so many reds and pinks and tans and bronzes in them, which I am such a pink girl because I have greenish blue eyes, and there's nothing that makes green or blue eyes pop more so than anything with an orange to it. Orange just...
That's like a pro tip right there.
Oh my gosh.
Say it again. Say it again for the people in the back. If you've got what?
If you've got green or even blue eyes, mostly green, and you use orange, your eyes will pop. They just look... I mean, like, there's been several times that I've worn orange around my eyes that Matt has been like, makeup looks really good. It's like, orange.
Whoa, girl.
It's orange. I'm telling you. It just looks so good. So, and you can, if you're intimidated by orange, then go copper because you're going to get that same effect. But anyways, so I already set my eyes with the powder, so I'm not going to worry about setting my eyes again. I'm just going to go in with this neutral tan shade, which is in the center on the palette that I linked. I'm going to use my, I linked brushes for you guys too, just in case you're wondering. I'm going to use the Palladium tool. Well, it's Palladium Tools brush. And this is the 783. And it's got a pointed edge to it, which is really good. If you have a hard time carving out your crease, if you've got hooded eyes, this is really good for getting precise application in a crease. So I'm just going to go right here into my crease and apply it super light. And the further down you hold on your brush, the lighter you will apply, which means that you're going to be easier on your skin. So I'm just applying in windshield wiper motions and then working my way up. Okay, and then I'm going to go get... And always tap off the excess or tap down because you don't want the fallout on your face if you've already applied your makeup. It's just like, it's adding extra work for you. Okay, so we did that. Where's my powder brush? There it is. I'm going to take my powder brush and just blend out the edges and make sure everything looks really smooth. And then I'm going to take a flat shader brush from MAC, and I'm going to use the coppery gold color, which would be, it'd be the second one up on the daytime.
Do you have a link for the product you were just using? Is that in there?
Which one? The eyeshadow? I'm highlighted on it.
Lori was asking. Lori was saying, I don't see the link for this product.
Is it for the eyeshadow?
I think so. I think that's what she's talking about.
I see it at the bottom as featured now.
Under the Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah, I'm still on the Charlotte Tilbury.
So the eyeshadow is part of that palette.
Yes, I'm
Gotcha.
using the palette right now.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just using the coppery gold color.
Well, there you go, Lori.
And just tapping that on all over my lid. I had no plan in mind, guys, when I was doing this. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to create this look. I just literally am going with what I feel like I'm going to do right now. Okay. Do you see how it's got that like orangey tone to it? And like it really makes my eye color look more green. Can you tell that, babe?
Yeah. Well,
really,
that camera's slightly blurry because it's not on autofocus.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, it really does. I love that combo together. You know I love that look on you.
Thanks, babe. You want to make out?
Yeah. Under the bleachers?
Okay, so I'm going to take, let's see, on this palette, I'm going to go with more of the reddish color, which is at the very end of the palette. And I'm going to go with the little, the shimmery one. I'm still got my flat shader brush here happening. I'm going to pick up some color and I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to deposit it on the outside crease to bring some red into my look. It's a very sunset-y look.
Let's go to the beach.
I just asked you if you would take me to the beach.
Sunsets and pina coladas.
And so I'm going to work this up into my crease a tiny bit. And you can get messy with this because honestly, it doesn't matter. You're not trying to get like precise lines. You're just trying to get this to blend and look beautiful. So I'm going to go back with the Palladium brush and just blend it all together on the outside corner.
Got a girl, Heather Silver, asking, are you going to stock up on Becca Cosmetics since they're going out?
I know. It's so sad.
Oh, shoot.
Did I tell you that, babe?
I don't think so.
So sad.
What's going on?
I have a bunch of their stuff. They are going out of business.
You think they don't sell enough or something?
I actually didn't look it up, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Taking this brush, I'm going to pick up that red that I just used on the very tip, and I'm going to go under my eyes. So the rule of thumb with eyeshadow on your lower lash line is you want to go darkest to lightest. The reason is that you want that gradient effect under your eye. So I'm just taking this right under my eye, my lower lash line, and dusting it on, picking up a little bit more on for the other side. And then I'm going to go in with the flat shader brush and I'm going to pick up that coppery color and go right underneath of it because it's going to tone it down a little bit, but it's going to help me get that gradient effect. Okay, so really pretty eyeshadow look, and it's really easy. Like honestly, like that's the extent that I would do. So I'm going to move on to my Natasha Denona palette. I had to talk about this one because it is such a great palette. I bought it probably 2 years ago, and I mean and I use it a ton. And look, I haven't hit pan on any of the colors. A little bit goes a long way. They're highly pigmented and it's small. It's great for travel, but it's great for so many looks because it's got every nude color that you need. This shade right here, this darkest shade, is my favorite for lining my eyes. I am such a fan of powder lining of the eyes, and I feel like it's so underrated, and if you've not tried it, you should. So I'm literally going to use my my eyebrow brush, and I'm going to just pack this on right at my lash line. Every time I do this and I get on Instagram stories, I get so many questions about what eyeliner I'm wearing, and I'm like, it's not eyeliner, it's just eyeshadow. And then you can even take it right at the end right there and flick it out to create a cat eye. It's so simple. And if you mess up, it's powder, who cares? Whereas like if you're doing a liquid liner, I mean, that's tragic when you mess up with the liquid liner. You're like back at square one. I hold my eye taut, which is you're not supposed to do. I don't have to do that when I'm doing someone else's makeup, but for myself, I just have to. I think it's mostly because I really should be wearing my glasses when I'm doing my makeup because I wear reading glasses. I've worn them for years. So this eye needs a little bit lifted because I don't like the way that cat eye turned out. And it's no worries. Just take your concealer brush and just pick up that edge right there. And then it sharpens it for you. But this palette has the most amazing, here I'll pop, where is my flat shader? There it is. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of that copper color because it's so pretty and just pop it right here and get a little bit more color happening. Oh my gosh, this palette, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, let's curl our eyelashes. These are the cheapest eyelash curlers known to mankind, and they are thebomb.com. They work. They work so good. Let me get a mirror here so I can actually see what I'm doing.
We've got a question. Let me scroll back to it. Do you ever apply eyeliner on your lower lash line?
I do not. I don't, because I feel like it drags the eye down significantly. I feel like your best bet is, if you really want a dark lower lash line, experiment a little bit with a black eyeshadow or a dark brown eyeshadow, but I feel like it really gives a softer appearance, whereas I feel like eyeliner on your lower lash line looks very harsh, and it makes your eyes look hard, and it also closes them off. It's going to make your eyes look way smaller if you've got a dark line all the way around your eye.
Christine saying, I started spring cleaning today. Does that count as spring break? I don't think that quite counts, but we're going to be doing some spring cleaning too. Matter of fact, we had we were going to do like a spring cleaning video or live stream, I should say. I think maybe next week or maybe this week. I'm not sure.
From Amazon, you mean?
Yeah, for Amazon. Just like using products and things that Angela loves to use to do spring cleaning and
totally
organization and all that. So look out for that next one. Hey, by the way, if you do, or I should say, if you don't want to miss the next Amazon Lives, go up in that corner, click follow. You'll be notified when Angela goes live again. It'll just pop up, so you don't have to worry about missing it. You can come hang with us live. So go over there, hit follow. You won't be spammed. It's nothing weird, nothing crazy. If you have an Amazon account, like basically if you can purchase from Amazon, you can follow Angela. And she's got an Amazon page, by the way. It's amazon.com/shop/Angela Lanter. And it's got so many products that she's linked and she uses and we use and I use in our house and everything. So check it out.
Okay, so do you remember earlier, babe, you asked me if like you get more bang for your buck situation. How did you word that? If you get what you pay for with skincare?
I said like some things, you know, when you pay more for certain things, you just get a better quality product. And I'm saying, does that apply to makeup and like skincare? Like the more you pay, the better the product. And you kind of said like, no, because the eye gels that you use, the eye patches are really cheap. And your Beaky blenders, they're super cheap and you love them.
I want to say the same thing about mascara. Like, there are exceptions to this. Like, there are some higher priced mascaras that I totally, totally believe in. But drugstore mascara, they have just got it down. They do such a good job of it now. I will never use waterproof mascara on myself, or, I mean, even when I was freelancing, the only time I would use waterproof mascara was on brides, just because, you know, they're going to cry. Otherwise, I will not use it because it makes my eyelashes fall out. It's just too harsh for me. But this one is, I just started using this. This is the Maybelline, the Falsies Lash Lift. I started using it because it was voted by Allure Beauty, Best of Beauty as the best, one of the best mascaras for 2020. It is unreal, like unreal. It does such a good job. I love the brush because the brush is thick and it like really lets you get in there and coat every single lash. I mean, I'll look up for a second here. When you are doing your mascara, guys, always look down when you're doing it, because it's a lot easier to look down and not get the mascara up here on your eye. Like, I still got a couple of spots, but this is like a master hack tip. When you're doing your mascara, if you get mascara anywhere, don't clean it up immediately. Let it dry and then go back and clean it up, because it's gonna flake right off. If you do it right away, it's gonna smear, it's gonna cause a mess, and you're gonna have to touch up makeup, so just don't even mess with it. Just wait until it dries. But this mascara, y'all, is so good. It's so, so good. Yeah.
Jane left a nice comment. She said, just tuned in, looking gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Jane.
And says, can't wait to watch the replay. She also says, you linked the best products. So
thank you.
That was a nice compliment.
That was such a nice compliment. I love that. So let me get this eye done really quick. This is why this is part of the, like, not fun part of doing stuff live, is like you guys have to watch the little tedious things that like no one really cares about, sitting here and watching me do my mascara. I get that, but we're live, so what are you gonna do?
That's why I'm here to entertain the masses.
Let's hear a dad joke.
Oh gosh, when you put me on the spot like that, I just don't know if I can do it. But I do have a question in the chat. Bonnie wants to know, does it clump?
Okay, so I'll show you guys here in a second. You can see what it looks like. So no, like initially it does not clump. I mean, it's got a little bit of clumpiness to it, but in a enjoyable way. Like I don't like when mascaras are too thin because I feel like it just leaves your lashes looking like stick-like and just like straight. I feel like you need a certain level of clumpiness in the formula in order to hold your lash curl. If that makes sense. It makes sense in my brain. As I'm saying it, I'm not sure that it does, but it does in my brain. But yeah, I made a couple of errors right here and got some mascara. I'll show you guys in a second. But
I have dad jokes for you.
All right, let's hear one.
That I've looked up.
Oh,
which is,
geez.
you know, sort of, it's cheating, but, you know.
That's totally cheating.
Let's entertain people.
Like, at least do, like, the tissue joke or something.
How do you make a tissue dance?
Yeah.
Put a little boogie in it?
Yeah.
What do sprinters eat before a race?
I don't know.
Nothing. They fast.
I got one for you.
Okay.
What's a nosy pepper do?
It gets jalapeno business.
Jalapeno business.
Oh, man. Sorry I ruined that for you.
You did. You just totally stole my thunder.
Yeah. Hey, what concert costs just 45 cents? It's a 50-cent concert featuring Nickelback.
Oh, jeez.
Get it? Simple math. Hey, who knows some jokes? Tell me some jokes in the chat. Let's talk about while we have these lulls where Angela's doing certain things. We will shout out your jokes. Okay. Well, people can read them, but I'll say them anyway. What do you call a happy farmer? A jolly rancher.
Oh, jeez. They're getting worse. This is reminding me of the Will Ferrell.
You need the drum sound
video.
effect. Let me see. Do I have it?
Ba-dum-tsh.
Well, they can hear it, Angela. You can't hear it. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? It was too tired.
Jeez. All right, guys. So my mascara is done. I'm taking this and I'm wiping the excess off on the back of my hand because we're gonna do brows now. Let me switch over. So my brow brush is like my go-to. It's by Benefit. I could not find it on Amazon, which stinks. So I linked the most similar I could find.
She said, I haven't had enough wine for these jokes. Oh, you know you love it, Em.
None of us have, babe. None of us.
Why do melons have weddings? Because they cantaloupe.
And they keep getting worse.
Did you hear about the restaurant on the moon? Great food, no atmosphere.
Lanter. Okay, filling in my brows really quick, guys. I'm using the Urban Decay Double Down Brow. Could not find it on Amazon, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. So I'm just gonna fly through this really quick so that we can move on.
Oh, let's see. Where's okra from? Oklahoma.
Oh, jeez. We should have said Oprah instead of okra.
Where's Oprah from?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Why
Okay.
were 5 and 6 scared? Because 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I know, Corinne. That's a classic.
When you do your brows, always have a spoolie on hand to push it through so you get more of an even brow. Okay, so the next product I want to talk about is the Benefit Brow Setter. This is 24-hour brow setter, and y'all, this stuff concretes your brows into place. It is amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. The brush is super specific. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's actually arched on one side so you can get through the longer hairs, and then it's really short on the other side so you can get through the shorter hairs. So I'm literally just going to pop this in, and I'm going to comb my brows up into the direction I want them to be so that like gets them that little spiky, which spiky brows are like all the rage right now. And then I'm going to take the shorter edge and just shape it.
I do not like that look.
I know you don't.
That spiky eyebrow look. I don't
Very
like
in,
it.
though.
It's like a Cara Delevingne thing. I just don't dig it. I got to read one more. Pamela's really begging me to read this thing. Okay?
Yep.
A pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel sticking out of his pants. The bartender says, "Hey, you know what? You got a steering wheel in your pants?" The pirate says, "Arr, it's driving me nuts."
Oh boy. Guys. Okay, so I've let my mascara dry that I've got on my face. I'm literally going to just take a Q-tip and just like that. It's gone. It comes off so easy. You don't mess up your eyeshadow. Whereas if it was wet, it would be making a nasty like smear mark. So easy. I really feel like my under eyes are just super dark today. I need more sleep tonight, period. I want to talk about pencil sharpeners really quick. It's one of those things that if you don't have it on hand, you want to punch yourself in the face. This is one I bought from Amazon. It was $2.97. It's Revlon. It's got the 2 different shapes and it pops on and off to clean it really quick. I don't need to sharpen a pencil right now. I just wanted to tell you guys about it because it's one of those things that you just really need to have in your makeup drawer. I linked the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder too because that's so comparable to what I have on. So if you guys are interested in that, I highly recommend. It's really good. I'm going to do a little bit of lip right now. How are we on time?
We've been going for about 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to skip the false lashes just because we've been going for so long, but I linked them for you guys if you're interested. I was going to do the individuals just because I'm taking too long. I don't want to do that. But these individuals are beautiful on. And if you cannot do false lashes, which I hear that's probably the #1 complaint is that I don't know how to do false lashes, start with individuals because it's really hard to get it not right. Just take a little bit of glue. I linked my favorite glue, which is House of Lashes. It's more pricey. It lasts forever, but it is excellent. Ardell and the other drugstore lash adhesives do not work for me. My lashes fall off. It makes my eyes water. I have very sensitive eyes. This is the only lash adhesive that I recommend. I put a dab on the back of my hand. I take my tweezers, pick up a little piece, dab it, blow it a little bit, and then pop it right on my lash line. And I'm telling you, they look amazing. Let's talk about lips. This is my go-to. You guys know that. It's got a built-in sharpener. You just pop it off the end. Woo!
Lip pencil down. Lip pencil down.
So you pop it off the end, and then you put it on the top and just twirl. And it's sharpened, guys. It's right there in the bottom of your pencil. Who knew? I just learned that. I'm going to overline my lips a little bit, make my lips look a little bit bigger. So this is Trust Your Gut. This is my absolute favorite lip crayon ever. The Maybelline lip crayons have won the Allure Best of Beauty for lipsticks. I don't know if it's for, I think it's for steel, in the steel category, which is the drugstore category, 2 years in a row. It's unbelievable. So, and honestly, I've never found it cheaper than I find it on Amazon. And let's see, is there a coupon right now? Let's look. There is. So it's $9.49 regular price. I think I paid $11 at Target for this, which is stupid. It's on sale for $6.99, and it's the #1. It's the Amazon's Choice for Lipstick by Maybelline.
Yeah, wow. Look at the ratings.
It's unbelievable. I'm telling you. 11,000 ratings. Okay. So I'm going to line my natural lip line, and then I'm going to overline. I'm going to show you guys how I do this really quick. So I'm going to start with my natural lip line and just... I'm going to fill in my lips. Nothing special, right? We want to overline now. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go so you never overline on the outside because then you start to look like a clown. You always only overline, exaggerate the areas that you want to look bigger. So we're going to go right here. And then clean it up. And then we're going to go up here. And it makes you look like you got bigger lips. And then you can just always clean it out with your fingers. It's so easy. This product is, I mean, honestly, I don't love any lipstick as much as I love this. It's my favorite. So I'm going to top it with a little MAC. I linked is it the Creme de la Creme? Is that the color I linked? Yes. No, Creme de la Nude, which I love. I couldn't find it, so I'm doing Bosom Friend. But Creme de la Nude is my favorite. I'm just going to hot it right on top to get a little bit of a tone down and a little bit more of a nude base. Oh, it's so pretty. This combination is so pretty. And then we're going to set our face. I feel like I need a little bit more bronzer. I'll do that off camera. I feel like I'm looking a little bit two-dimensional right now. I warm up my face a little bit more. And let's add you see what I'm talking about? Like I put on all that blush and now you can't even see it. Do you see what I'm talking about, babe? Do you see blush on me at all?
Well, you got to remember that also you're sitting in front of lights and a camera.
I saw it when I applied it.
Oh. Like it just soaks into the skin?
Yeah, it's just like, it's the first thing that goes.
You know what? I do feel like that. Like even when they put makeup on me at sets and stuff, when it goes on for the first time, like in the first 5-10 minutes, it looks like makeup. And then after a bit, it kind of sets in.
It just does. Okay, I'm going to spritz my face a little bit with the... all-nighter spray. I feel like setting spray should be in everybody's arsenal. It's something that you guys need because it's going to set your makeup in place so that you can use it or wear it all day and it's not going to crack and look just cruddy throughout the day. But I do feel like I need a little bit more bronzer. I can touch that up in a little bit and make it look a little bit more va-va-voom. I also feel like I could use lashes. I'm missing the lashes. I'll do that off camera and then I can pop on stories and show them to you guys. I want to talk about really quick my favorite perfume because I put it in here because I wear it every day and I feel like it's just the best thing ever. It's made out of essential oils. It's Rosie by Rosie Jane. This perfume is so good. It's so good. Okay, so it is oil mist, so it's essential oils, so it's a clean beauty product, which I just feel good about wearing. It's notes of sheer musk, vanilla, and sweet rose, paraben-free, vegan, cruelty-free, and phthalate-free. I do not smell rose in it. I don't really smell the vanilla in it either, but I smell the musk, and I smell, yeah, just mostly musk is what I smell. Oh, I love this. I get so many well, prior to COVID, because you can't really smell people once you've got a mask on. But when I am around somebody and I'm wearing this, I always get complimented on it a little bit. It's very light, so you need a little bit more than what you would typically wear with other perfumes. I love it. I do it on all of my pressure points. I do my wrists, I do here, I do my ankles, I do the back of my knee. Oh my gosh, guys, this is my favorite. Matt loves it, and he is so particular about perfume, and he actually likes this. But anyways, okay. Final look. Babe, I feel like I need more bronzer. What do you think? Just feel like, is it the lights that's like washing me out right now?
Yeah, well, it could be a number of things. It could be the lights, or
it's funny because on camera,
or the monitor that you're looking at too.
Yeah, because on the monitor I look very light, but in camera I look like I've got a lot of bronzer on. So it's really it's contradictory. I don't know which one to believe.
You know, technology's hard, so
I don't know which one to believe.
I would say believe what's in the mirror that you see.
In the mirror, I look tan, and I look like, oh, I've got a good blend going on.
Well, look, that's just kind of the tough thing with the lights and the cameras and stuff, is not always an exact. I think you look pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah. I think you look good.
Not beautiful or gorgeous.
I think you look the best you've ever looked in your life.
All right, guys. Any questions that we should answer before we sign off? I had a lot of fun doing this today.
Oh, you're done?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. I was expecting you to go for a while. I mean, typically when we're like getting ready to go somewhere, it takes you quite a long time.
Watch yourself.
Oh. Okay. Takes you quite a long time to get ready.
Okay, you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Let's go enjoy this first day of spring sunshine out there.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I had so much fun doing this. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more makeup tutorials, let us know, because I film them all the time for YouTube, but we never do them live. I'm going to pop on some lashes here when we get off, and just because I can and I want to.
I guess I should do my rounds of my PSAs. I've said it before, but hey, if you guys want to purchase any of the stuff that Angela has been talking about, make it super easy on yourself. Just go down there and click the little link below and all of the carousel things that she has linked there. So you can do that, make it super easy. Also, go over to Facebook, because Angela's created like this awesome community over there called the Gorgeous Girls Community.
Man.
And it's just a great group of women supporting each other. I think it's really cool. And I'm really proud of her for doing that. So go over to Facebook, follow her. Also on YouTube, she's got hundreds of other videos, I guess.
That's about right.
So
yeah,
all kinds of makeup stuff on there. Even though this is the first Amazon Live we've done with makeup, she's got plenty of tutorials and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
I do.
Oh, and go up there again. Click that follow button up in the corner if you're not already. We'd really appreciate it. And doesn't do anything. You know, it's nothing like wacky for you. It actually just alerts you when she goes live next, and that's it. Nothing weird.
Nothing weird.
Nothing weird. Well, you know, sometimes when people try to get you to click links and follows and subscribe and all that, you get like
they want to get all of your information. They want to like find out your social security number and
Yeah.
how much
And
money
so-
you earn every year and
right. So I'm just saying it doesn't do any of that.
who you vote for.
You're not going to get emails from Angela spamming. Like,
No.
It just
But
lets-
if you guys do want to join my email list, that's on my blog, angelalanter.com. I send out 2 newsletters a week maximum. Most of the time it's only 1, but it just gives you a quick rundown of like what we've done this week on the blog and stuff. I have a lot of really good information on my blog in case you guys are new here. Last night I posted an entire blog post about weaning off of antidepressants, and I think it's a really great read. So if you know somebody who has been struggling with postpartum depression or anxiety, that is a great blog post. And this week I did a blog post about my favorite $10 hoop earrings. What else did I do? Oh, my breakfast tortillas, my breakfast wraps. That recipe's on there. Those are so good. I had a lot of really good stuff on my blog, guys, so go check it out. And I had a post that went viral recently, which are my crack brownies. And that one's a very popular post for us, and those are delicious, and I wish they were gluten-free right now.
Although we got some warning that perhaps using the word crack could not be a good thing.
Yeah, but you know what? I mean, there's a lot of recipes with crack in them, like crack dip and crack chicken.
Well, you call it crack brownies because they're so freaking good and addicting.
It's like eating crack.
Do you eat crack?
I don't know. I've never done hard drugs
Comment
before.
in the section if you know how to eat or smoke or do crack.
I've never done street drugs, Lanter.
Oh, man. All right.
I've never even drank alcohol before, so, I mean, I'm not the right person to ask.
Jeez. I know. We got to get you drinking a little glass of wine here and there.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I hope you had fun, and we're going to do another live here very soon, maybe as soon in the next couple of days, just to, like, talk about spring cleaning because it's, like, it's time. It's time. I haven't told you this yet, Lanter, but I'm thinking about doing a spring cleaning challenge on Instagram stories that I deep clean a room one day at a time on stories with everybody so that everyone can do it with us. I think it's a good idea.
That should be fun.
I just was thinking about that in the shower today.
We'll just spend like one full week
Cleaning the house. What do you mean we? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you guys had so much fun. Come locked and loaded with your dad jokes next time because apparently there's going to be a quiz.
You can't hear, but I've got sound
I knew what
effects.
you did. I already knew what you did.
Right.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I love y'all so much. Happy Saturday. Happy spring.
See you later.